Have you ever looked at one of your Funko Pops and thought to yourself, that big head and little appendages would look so weird on an actual person? Well, have I got the Marvel villain for you, the acronymed supervillain known as Modok.
And do you know what Modok stands for?
Meet the mental organism designed only for killing. Hi, I'm Colin, your resident Marvel comic book historian, and boy, do I have a wild one for you today. The supervillain Modok was created by legends Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and his first appearance was in Tales of Suspense, number 93 in September of 1967. Now, Modok was originally a man named George Tarleton, a normal scientist working for a scientific company named AIM. Well, that sounds great until you realize that AIM is also an acronym for Advanced Idea Mechanics, a supervillain group bent on world domination. Now, Tarleton enjoyed his work. That is, until one day AIM sent agents to snatch him up and take him to the AIM Alteration Chamber. Here, the average human known as George Tarleton was pumped full of mutagens and hit with rays from the cosmic cube. The result left him as one of the most mentally powerful beings on the planet. Now, all those brains had to go somewhere, hence his larger than standard size head. But a side effect left the rest of his body feeble. Now, due to the girth of his head and the size of his minuscule little arms and legs, Modok needs a floating chair to move him around. Now, eventually Modok would go on to overthrow the leadership at AIM and take the control of the company for himself. Now, you can imagine that Modok has had many run-ins with Marvel superheroes over the past 56 years. So nailing down his adventures would take a little bit more time than what this podcast is willing to give me. However, Modok has always been a Captain America villain, although he's had some major run-ins with the likes of Namor, the Incredible Hulk, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four, and in the most recent years, he's been the main antagonist against Gwenpool, Deadpool's daughter. Yeah, that one you gotta read. As I close up, let's talk powers. Now, the Alteration Chamber granted Modok with a computer-like brain that could process and store data at lightning speeds. And courtesy of AIM technology, Modok wears a headband that focuses his mental powers into devastating energy beams. His psychic abilities allow him to contact others through telepathy, mentally control individuals or even large groups, and generate force fields strong enough to withstand minor nuclear explosions? Yeah. And as we discussed before, a side effect of the mutagen was also the growth in Tarleton's head, such that his own body can't support his own weight. This means he has to rely on an exoskeleton and a hover chair called the Doomsday Chair for movement. The Doomsday Chair is also equipped with destructive weapons, including missiles and lasers. And as the leader of AIM, Modok has advanced technology, vast resources, and a personal army at his disposal. Hey, that's a quick history lesson on the supervillain Modok. Enjoy his card and get out there and play you some Snap.